Alert, alert, this is Charlotte Shotgun.
It's Joel Tatum, and it's that little gay talk show.
All the way from Houston, Texas.
Let's get into it, girl. Hello, once again. It is that little gay talk show with your host, Joel Tatum and Charlotte Shotguns.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Charlotte's putting on her makeup, getting ready for her show tonight, Ctrl-Alt-Drag, which I always get wrong.
Ctrl-Alt-Delete.
I know, I keep thinking Ctrl-Alt-Delete every time. And you know, I wrote it, when I was, I think I was talking to Fernando, who's going to be a guest on our show here soon.
Yeah.
That you were doing, I actually wrote out the words Ctrl-Alt-Drag. Because I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get this right.
Ctrl-Alt-Drag.
Mm-hmm. So
that is pretty confusing, though. It's a play on words.
Yes, it's kind of confusing, but it's fun. So it's something you remember. So what's going on with you, Charlotte?
Not much. I just been here, there, busy.
Mm-hmm. Well, we didn't put out a show last week because we're in Houston, Texas, and y'all know what happened last week.
The girls were icy.
Yes, we had a little Jack Frost came down and snapped her fingers and
Houston exploded.
It
really did.
As well as Dallas, Austin, and the rest of the state.
Texas exploded.
It's like, oh my God, another. I'm tired of living through historical events.
Oh, right. I mean, I guess.
Can we just have a normal day?
February marks the 12th month of the pandemic, so it just needed to go out in a bang.
I guess so because the numbers they said are going down. People are getting the vaccine. Not enough people, but still people are. You know, I just
vaccinated.
Yeah, so I just got a little thing. Oh Lord, that reminds me I need to do something, so I'll do it later. But yeah, so my little clinic just said that they have a limited amount of the vaccine.
I saw that too.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that you can sign up for it, which is something that I was gonna do, but at the same time. I don't know. I feel like other people need it more, but I work in the industry where I have to get some sort of compensation or something. Because I'm always dealing with people. Same with you.
Yeah, exactly. So we need to have it.
At least, like, not make it a priority, but put us up there with because, like, right now, I think we're the people that are holding the whole fucking thing together.
So that's been going on, and you went on vacation. The week before. Was it the week before you went on vacation?
Literally, I didn't work for like 2 weeks. Basically.
Yeah, he went on vacation the week before.
I didn't go to work for 2 weeks on the shortest month.
Exactly.
So I'm just like, fuck, I gotta hustle. And it was my birthday month.
And it was his birthday month. And his birthday fell on the day when the lights were out and we didn't have no water and everybody's running around Houston trying to find a place to stay and oh good Lord, it was
Thank God Eagle carries like bulks of water in the back, so we were not phased that much.
And when I went back to work that Saturday, because we weren't sure if we were going back to work that Saturday because they said a pipe had burst. Our restaurant's in a high rise, so a lot of high rises in Houston. There was a lot of pipes bursting.
Very bad.
Very bad. So
my roommate's job, he works at a high rise. They bursted.
So
and the backup generator exploded upstairs.
Yep. So it was all kinds of craziness. So we weren't sure we were going back to work on Saturday, and then they called us and said, "Oh no, we got it fixed, so you can come back to work." To which I was like, "Oh,
like rats!" I was
so close. Why can't you fall on the weekend when I'm working? So, yeah,
technically, it started getting really cold on the weekend.
Yeah, technically, it started getting cold on Sunday. I remember, too, because I was on my way home, and everybody was like, so do we want to go have cocktails? And I'm like, hell no, I'm going home. It's supposed to get really cold tonight, so I want to be at home. So, and I still had some leftover vodka in the freezer, so I didn't need to go out. I'm like, why do I need to spend the money when I got leftover vodka in the freezer?
I think that Tuesday that happened, Or actually, right when I got back, my roommate's like, let's get groceries. And I'm just like, okay. Then our power went out. So all those bad boys went to waste.
So.
Except for the frozen stuff. The frozen stuff stayed pretty cold.
I didn't lose mine. A lot of my friends lost their frozen stuff, but I didn't lose mine.
Yeah, me neither. I'm like...
Because I never opened my refrigerator at all. In fact, I wasn't even here. I left. I went to one of the high rises thinking I'd be safer. And that turned out... Well, it turned out to be fun because I went over there...
Did you stay with friends?
I stayed with friends in their high rise. And Tuesday, they lost power. So I'm like, okay, well, we're all sitting in the dark now.
Yeah, for real.
So, might as well. And so one of my friends who was there, his husband decided to go knock on the neighbor's door and see what they were doing, and to make sure everybody was all right. And then everybody starts coming out in the hall to talk. And then my friend goes, "Oh, well, I have vodka." And then another lady went, "Oh, I have vodka too." And then somebody else went, "Oh, I have tequila." And I'm like, "Oh, here we go."
I mean, that sounds like a fun time.
I think there was like 20 to 30 people in the hall.
Oh my
on the
God,
second floor. On the second floor, because the generator, their backup generator turned on, so they had lights on in the hall. And so we were all getting filthy drunk and having a good time. I had much more of a good time than some of us. But everybody was drunk, so it didn't care. Nobody cared.
That's funny, though.
So, and I would like to apologize to my little Billy Blanks-looking man that I hit on. He was not even my type. I don't know why I hit on him. Maybe in disasters, I get super horny.
Who did you hit on?
Oh, it was some dude who was at their apartment. He kind of looks. If anybody knows, look up Billy Blanks. He used to do these videos. I think he does the Geico commercials too. He used to do the exercise videos with the martial, kind of with a little bit of a martial arts theme. So yeah, so he kind of looked like him.
Did you tell him?
I might have told him several times, and he did not take kindly to it. So
really?
I kind of forced my gay on him a little bit.
Oh my God, he was a straight man.
He was a straight man, but I hit on everybody.
I was like, I ain't got no type.
I hit on every. I mean, you throw some coins in the water and you see what pops up.
What is it? You shoot in the dark.
Yes, exactly. What do they say? You try it 10 times in the bar. Number 9 is going to be the successful one. So I figured I'd work my way up to 10 and see what happened. I'd end up in somebody's apartment. Although I didn't want to end up in nobody's apartment because, I had just watched American Psycho. I'm not ended up in anybody's apartment.
Like, not this girl.
No, not this girl. I'm all fun. I'm pretty harmless, but, you don't ever want to go there in that direction. So please, let me encourage you. Don't hit on somebody who doesn't want to be hit on. That's all I'm saying.
You never know.
Yeah, exactly. So, everybody, I apologized to him when I saw him again. And he's like, you know what? I got all pissy and mad, and I didn't mean to, and I'm sorry. I was having a bad day, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, because...
He got pissy and mad?
He was... I thought he was going to... Everybody said he might... He looked like he was about to punch me.
Oh, my God.
So he was having a reaction there. Like I was a bad rash or something.
For real.
So yeah, he was a little upset, but I apologized to him the next day, and I told him, I didn't mean to make him feel uncomfortable or any of that stuff, but I was drunk and you were drunk and everybody was drunk, and he's like, don't even worry about it. No, don't worry about it. So
you're like, okay.
Anyway, I ended up hitting on 5 other men anyway, so it didn't matter.
Did you get lucky or no?
No, girl, no. I passed that on the couch. My friends are like, you just laid on the couch and said, I've had enough, and then you went to sleep.
Too many menses.
Well, when you have tequila, when you have vodka, when you have all kinds of drinks flowing, and everybody keeps handing you something, girl,
Well, that
could have been alcohol poisoning in a minute. I mean, good Lord.
I feel like you're kind of a lightweight too.
Yeah, I am kind of a lightweight though. So, well, it depends. First of all, I'm one of those drinkers. It depends on my mood.
Yeah.
And then, and how much I've eaten. So if I've eaten a lot, it takes me a lot longer to get drunk.
Yeah.
But if I drink on an empty stomach, which I have done a couple of times, which I do not like to do.
So that's the best way to get drunk.
Yeah, that is not the best way to get drunk.
It's the quickest way to get drunk. Correction. The quickest way.
If you want to get drunk real quick, so you can get out of there. Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm drunk, gotta go. So I would not recommend that. By the way, if you don't want to be somewhere, just don't be there.
Yeah.
You can say no. God knows we have. The best thing about text messaging is that if I told you yes, or girl, yes, let's go do that. By the end of the day, I'd be like, girl, I'm not feeling good, so I'm just gonna stay home. And then the other girl on the other end is like, oh, good girl, because I didn't want to go out anyway.
I mean, it always.
We were just excited and talking and what have you. We said we were going to do it, but we didn't mean it. You know how you have those friends that you always say you're going to do something with?
Yep, and then you never, like an hour before, you're like, you know what, girl?
Mm-hmm. You know what, girl?
I'm feeling it, and they're like, me too.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to stay home and have a quiet night. Yeah, girl, that sounds like a plan. You waiting for the other person to cancel. And if you have some friends who are reliable like that, they gonna cancel anyway. So it's like you can make the plans, but you know they're not coming. So, So in a few rare instances, they've actually showed up, and I'm like, oh, "Girl, you came out? Well, I didn't have anything else to do." And I'm like, "Okay, well that's exciting."
You could have stayed home.
You could have just stayed home. You make it sound like it's a burden or something.
You could have stayed home.
Just stay at home next time. Good Lord. No, I haven't seen you in forever, and I just wanted to see you. And I'm like, yes, queen, but are you going to have a good time? Because if you're not going to have a good time, then you're going to ruin my good time. So, because there's nothing worse. It's even worse when they do come out, and all they do is complain all night.
I hate those.
I'm like,
you got to go.
Why are we here? Why can't we go home? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like...
You pretend to leave?
First of all, I didn't ask you to... You told me you weren't coming, and then you show up, and then all you want to do is bitch. Bitch. No.
You got the wrong one.
You got the wrong one. Go home, girl. Go home. Netflix and stew. I don't know, but go home.
Netflix and sleep.
But I hate when... I have a friend, every time we would go somewhere, all he would do is bitch. Literally just bitch. Any place we would go, oh, why didn't we come here? And the food's so terrible, and this is terrible. I don't like that, and I'm bored, and blah, blah. I've seen these people 1,000 times, so why am I here again? And I'm like, you said you wanted to come out. I said I wanted to go to the bars. All you had to say was no, and everything would have been fine. I mean, literally. I don't understand why people... You should be able to say exactly how you feel without worrying about what the other person is thinking. Mm-hmm. If you don't want to go somewhere, say, girl, I don't want to go. That's all you have to say, and I'll be like, okay, well, where do you want us to drop you off? Do you need us to drop you off? Well, see you later, girl, because we're going to go here.
Like, you want me to get you an Uber, baby?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, don't come out, don't go somewhere, and all you're going to do is complain all night. Either have a good time or go home. That's the way I see it. So, So y'all should see her right now. She's putting on the sparkly, glittery eyes, and she's having to do this in a hurry. So are you going to be able to beat that face correctly?
Oh yeah, this is just a simple beat. I'm my goal for tonight is to mock typical drag queens, how they do their makeup, and their makeup is very basic. So I'm like already basically done. I'm almost there.
But that's like the newbies, right? I mean, are you talking about the newbies or the bitches who've been doing it for a while and still can't get it?
More like the bitches that do like the same songs over and over. They're like still in my age category group, but like it's just like, girl, this has already been done. Like, y'all been doing this shit for a minute.
See, there's a difference. There's classic drag queens who have been around and who've been doing this for quite some time, and so they have their look down, they have their music down. So when they show up, you expect what you expect because that's who they are.
Yeah.
But when you're when you're a baby drag, I guess, or a basic drag, you have to grow and evolve, or you won't make it in this business. So, and Houston is very cutthroat, and you will not make it in Houston being basic.
You will not.
So
they'll eat you up.
They will eat you alive. We got some great things coming up, though. We do. We have, like I said, we have Ctrl-Alt-Drag tonight, which is a monthly series that Charlotte has been doing for quite some time, and it's fun. It's camp. It's bizarre. It can be very bizarre.
It's just different things.
It's very different, but it's very fun. So y'all check it out at Ripcord if you're in Houston. Houston, Texas, of course. Check it out at Ripcord tonight if you can. Well, I don't know what. Well, actually, by the time I put this show, I'll put this show out before I come out to the bars. So, I'll go ahead and put it out.
Birthday, other jazz.
So he'll be doing his birthday thing and having a good time at Ripcord and all kinds of stuff. And who's your lineup tonight?
We have Frankie Fraud. We have Joel Seymour. Luna the Lilies is someone that I want to bring, but they're just way too busy being booked. They're super cool. And Kayla Lily, which is a performer from Eagle. They're one of the well-known bartenders in the scene.
And the theme tonight is basic drag?
Yeah, basically.
So, and she's going to be wearing a gown, y'all. Which I don't think I've ever seen you in a gown. Have I seen you in a gown?
No, just lingerie.
Lots of lingerie. The bitch loves lingerie. And she looks good in it, too. But the bitch loves lingerie. So it's going to be my first time.
It's kind of like a lingerie gown.
I've seen you, like, she has, if you check her out on Instagram, because she always has some kind of theme going on. And I've seen her be like Pixie Girl. I've seen her delve into a little anime cosplay. I've seen her. Your best drag. You know what your best drag was?
Which one?
The costume you put together for. It wasn't the Halloween. It's the costume you did a couple of weeks ago.
The Mojo Jojo.
The Mojo Jojo. Y'all should have seen that. That was off the chain. I saw it on Instagram, and I went, "Oh, this bitch! She should have called me because I would have came out and seen that."
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. You did which was that a Halloween thing, or which show did you do that for?
We did it for the last Ripcord because it was what was the theme?
Oh yeah,
it was I
missed that one. Look, I had already been. That was the same week as the when she did her Bitch Boy Undies thing at Buddy's, and girl, I didn't get home till 3:00 in the morning.
You were tapped out.
I was tapped out, and I was like, it's one or the other. By the time Thursday came around, and I'm old, y'all have to remember that I'm old. You know, I can't keep running. We were sitting in Katz's, and I said, you know what? I haven't been to a diner of any kind at 3:30 in the morning in almost 25 years. I can imagine that if I was in a diner that late at night, it's because we had been on the road driving all night. Because I was going to meet somebody or go see somebody or maybe go up to Arkansas or drive to another city, and we've been driving super late and we wanted to stop and get something to eat. But for the most part, I'm too old for all those shenanigans.
That's fun though. There was a bunch of characters there. We saw that drag queen next to us that was like throwing up.
Yeah, it was just like the old days.
You're like, do you know that? I was like, yep, I do.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, nothing. I said, nothing ends a night out than watching a drag queen throw up in a booth right next to you.
Her singing happy birthday to herself, too.
Mm-hmm. Poor thing. She wasn't alone, though, was she?
No, she was with other queens. That's Luna the Lily's, actually, the one that I wanted to bring.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
She's not actually messy like that in real life, but I think it was her birthday show, and they just kept on giving her shit, so...
Girl.
Let's just say, it was just her birthday show.
Oh, good Lord.
And a show for us as well.
Let me tell y'all something. When drag queens, when they drink, oh, good Lord.
Oh, yeah, they drink.
They drink. I mean, I don't understand. Oh, good Lord. Because I saw a picture of Cairo the next day. He had passed out in his makeup, girl.
Oh, my God.
And y'all know her as Periwinkle Blush. She was on the show not too long ago. But she posted a picture. I think it was on Facebook.
Yeah.
She posted a picture of herself waking up the next morning. She goes, girl, I'm still in my makeup.
Those are the worst nights when you wake
I'm
up
like,
and drag.
oh my Lord, y'all, ooh,
The skin was not happy.
Yes, exactly. Good Lord, to sleep. I don't know how to. I mean, y'all don't seem to understand the amount of makeup and work that goes into getting their looks, and to fall asleep in that. How long does it take to get the makeup off at the end of the night, or
like a good 30 minutes, like a good deep shower,
because
you have to get the makeup off the skin. Then if the makeup melts a little bit on your chest, I just do like a whole
because y'all usually work under hot lights and all that other stuff, so it tends to kind of melt back a little bit. So, and they still manage to look. I mean, because that's a lot of prep. Uh-oh.
What happened?
Oh, no. Sorry. Sorry. We are, I am having, we're working on a new jingle and intro and outro for the show. So I outsourced it to someone to do because I'm like, I don't want to have to look for all the music and then try to come up with a concept and all this other stuff. Let me just pay somebody to do that. So it sounds it sounds professional, because we get into that point where, people are going to expect us to be a bit more professional sounding when they come looking for us.
Yeah.
So, and I just didn't want to do the work. I mean, the last theme song we did, that required me going online, finding the music, which was hours upon hours of listening.
And it took us a pretty good minute to settle on something that we both like.
Yeah, exactly. So I said, no, I'm going to pay somebody to do it.
And they're coming out great.
And it's coming out pretty great. But she just sent me a little text saying that she did, that a little line that I wanted added to the jingle or what have you is in there, but I just didn't hear it. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll check it out later. She doesn't actually have to have it. She'll have the master done by Saturday, so I'll be able to listen to the master on Saturday.
She's just sending you clips.
Yeah, she's just sending me clips for revisions and how I want certain things and this and that. So we've been talking back and forth for the last 2 or 3 days because I want everything to sound good. So, I've been putting a lot of work. I mean, if I'm paying for this, I want it to sound good.
Right.
And I'm paying a lot for this, so I want it to sound good. So
I want it to be what I want it to be.
Yeah, exactly. And I can be hard to work with because I don't know what I want sometimes, especially when I'm working with a professional who's using terms that I have no idea what they're saying half the time. And I'm like, well, they're professionals, so they sound like they know what I'm doing. I'm just going to say what I want, and then you take it from there. Because as far as I'm concerned, when you ask an artist to do something for you, a musician, a designer, a painter, or what have you, I'm one of those people who just does. I know what I want, but I have a hard time verbalizing what I want. So yeah, it kind of gets lost. Yeah, girl, you look good.
I know. I told you I'm doing like pageant makeup.
Girl, okay, so
I know your face is just like. Oh.
We're 25 minutes into the show, and
I
girl,
know,
y'all
almost
just
done.
this bitch looks good. This now I've seen this bitch when she does put the effort in, so she is beat for the gods. This is a bitch who's always beat for the gods, but she took 25 minutes, and my goodness, it's beat. Y'all should see her. It is beat. You know what? I'm gonna post a picture later.
My eyebrows are actually really pretty.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take a picture.
I never do my eyebrows this high.
I know. I noticed that too. Your eyebrows are a little higher than normal, but you going all out, girl.
I told you, girl, I'm gonna be a pageant. I'm running for this pageant.
Mm-hmm.
A pageant of life.
Mm-hmm, girl. Well, if you do a Southern pageant, you're going to have a lot of buns on your head, so you better get ready for that.
The whole cinnamon bun.
The whole Cinnabon kiosk on your head. Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine coming out as that's a good concept. Like
that is a good concept. Oh my God, that's a good concept.
That'd be so funny. Though.
You need to write that down, girl. You can be the Cinnabon girl.
Just hand out wigs and then they're in packaging. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like
I know.
Cinnamon buns, but like actual buns, hair buns.
Yes, exactly. Oh, good Lord.
Like Charlotte bun.
Mm-hmm. You could wear that on. You could take a Cinnabon box and put it on your head with buns in it.
Oh my God, like coming out?
Yes, like coming
just
out.
Like blonde ones?
Yes, girl. Yes, make them look like cinnamon rolls with a little bit of the white on top, and
you could even do like little rhinestones.
Mm-hmm. That would be cute, girl.
I still look so cute as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Girl, we just came up with a concept for her next costume, her next look. Maybe do some blue and white, kind of
like a dress.
Yes, but kind of an exaggerated waiter's dress, like from a diner, but a little bit more poofier on the outside. Poofier on it. I can see the picture in my head, but I have a hard time. See, this is why it's hard to work with artists. Have a hard time working with me because I can see it in my head.
You just can't say it.
But I just have a hard time verbalizing it. So when I told Jamie, who's the lady who's working on our intro and jingle and all this other stuff, that I wanted something campy, but not too campy, and sparkly, but not too sparkly, and blah, 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 blah. And she's like,
the fuck do you want?
What do you want?
Like, what exactly do you want?
What exactly do you want? So she managed to, you know what though? She did a
really good job. The jingle's really good.
The music so far. I don't want to share it right now because I don't want to.
Yeah, it's not
spoil. You don't need any no spoilers right now. So I don't want to, because she's still working out the kinks and stuff. But I told her the first part of the intro sounds is the intro to an 80s newscast with two women with big hair and bad lipstick, probably cigarettes in their hand,
smeared lipstick. Like, hi, my name is Barbara.
Mm-hmm. Being introduced on
Cheryl
5 o'clock news show.
It's like a part of the segment where like she's supposed to be off camera, but she's just looking in her bra for her lighter, and she's like,
"Yes, exactly." So she kind of hit the nail on the head of what I want. So she was pretty confused about what I wanted, but once I listened to it, because you have to listen to it like a couple of times, because I realized something. When someone listens to a show a lot, the theme song always sticks in their head. So I wanted the theme song or theme music that would stick in someone's head after, so that they would instantly think, you know what, I want to listen to another episode of that show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so
and when they hear it, they get excited.
Yeah, they get excited. So
I think she did a good job.
I'm thinking so far she's doing a good job. So I will have somewhat of the finished product on the 28th, and then I'll have the rest of the stuff done way before we do our show on the 8th. So I'll be able to load it up onto the Roadcaster, and then we'll be ready to go. So, well, we're gonna take a little bit of a break because we're 30 minutes into the show, but we're just gonna take a quick break because she's got to be out of here by 7:30, 8 o'clock. So we're just gonna do a quick break because honestly, I'm drinking beer and not gonna pee. There's one one of the things I hate about drinking beer is I always have to pee immediately.
That is so true.
So, all right. So we will be right back. And we are back.
Welcome back.
You know what? We're not, like I said, Charlotte's getting ready for the show tonight, and I'm going to post a picture for the cover for the show tonight so y'all can see what a beat face on a basic bitch looks like. Because she don't even look basic. I don't understand how you can call that basic, because you don't look basic.
It's just very pageant makeup. Just very pageant makeup.
So, yeah. So y'all will see that on the cover for the name of the show later tonight, because I'm going to put this. I'm going to go ahead and make sure this episode gets out here quickly. It's going to take a couple of hours, which will give me plenty of time to, because I'm going to go see her show tonight. So it's going to give me a couple of hours to get the show done, put up the markers for the show, do the description, do all the stuff that I have to do for the show every time I load it up. So, and we're not going to keep, normally we do about an hour and a half show, but I think we're going to just keep it to an hour, because I want to make sure that she gets there on time and that she has time to, because she has a lot of work to do. Yeah, putting on the show is a lot of work, and just getting in drag is not the only thing that she has to do. So she has a lot of work to do. She has to make sure lights are there. She has to make sure music. She has to
make sure everyone's there on time.
Make sure everybody's there on time. So she's kind of like managing this show. So she has to be there at a certain time to get all this stuff done. So
we do have like a photo shoot at Eagle later, which is another annoying thing.
So she's going to be super busy the entire night. So I'm going to try to get her out of here. Oh, let's see, what time is it now? It's
almost 7.
It's almost 7. So I'm going to try to get her out of here by 7:30. So we're just going to do a short show this week. We will be having a guest next week. The artist known as Fernando.
his artwork, just a little insight on what he does. It's like, what I saw is he does something similar what Nina Bonina does, is that he attaches artwork to his face. And he's just also like a surrealist sort of vibe that I get from him. So it's super cool. I've never really talked to them a lot, but I always see them in the bar.
You know what? I might have seen him at a couple of art shows, because I've been to one of Carlos Villegas, who is a photographer who I worked with a while ago. I've been to a couple of his art shows, so I might have run into him at one of those art shows. If he's into the art show crowd, I don't know if he is.
He probably is.
Yeah. So I'm sure as an artist he is. With the pandemic being the way that it's been, I'm sure it has changed. You know, I've always been curious to find out how artists are making a living with a pandemic going on, and if they're able to make a living online, and how they're doing it. So I have a lot of questions for Fernando when he gets here. So he will be on next week's show. There's going to be, like I said, we're going to have some fun times. There's going to be a lot of changes to the show, a lot of great changes to the show. We're going to be out and about a little bit more. You're going to hear us live doing remotes outside of the show, because we're banging. We're getting that big. Even though every time I look at the audience count, I'm like, oh, it's so low this week. Why is it so low? But then I remember we haven't put out an episode in a while, so there are some people waiting. There are some people waiting. So we have a lot of exciting things happening
in the next few weeks.
And probably in the next few months, really, because I think we're going to be super busy here shortly. So we got a lot of plans. We got a lot of ideas. We got a lot of things going on. So it's going to be fun. We're going to offer fun, and you're going to really hear. And, I'm trying to expand it so that we can, as much as I love the drag community, don't get me wrong, I love the drag. I watch RuPaul's Drag Race right before we do a show. And the reason why I watch RuPaul's Drag Race before we do a show is because it gives me confidence enough to do a show. Because I have no excuse. I can listen to all these bitches have all kinds of excuses about why they didn't do something, and then realize, wait a minute, that sounds like all the excuses I come up with for shit. So, if I want to bang out a good show, I gotta put on a show. No matter how I'm feeling, I could be hungover.
RuPaul's also a pretty good show just to watch. It's like
because and like I said, I'll go back and watch old episodes sometimes because I just need to pick me up sometimes. With so much that is happening now, and there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of things that are happening so quickly that it's overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed because I cannot believe all these things are happening. And then I'm thinking, oh my God, how am I going to get all this stuff ready? And then I just go into the spiral of anxiety and worry.
And you just sit there this is coming from experience.
Yeah,
you just
exactly.
sit there for like an hour. You're like, I just wasted an hour doing absolutely nothing.
Exactly. So there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of work, and all I'm doing this week really is just like I said, working on. I want to make sure the theme song comes out on time so that we're ready to do all the stuff we need to do. I have a poster that I'm having made. I'm doing all kinds of stuff that I need to have done. We have to have a meeting next week to figure out what we're going to talk about. Because I don't know, I don't think we need to do like an entire 2 hours. Do we need to do an entire 2 hours? I don't think we need
to. At the bar?
Yes.
Or, not really.
Mm-hmm. Well,
we could take like not turns, but just for like, hi, hello, who are you? And just like meet people.
Yeah.
And then like try to get them to follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not going to, I don't think we're going to like put on like, we're not going to be there till 2 a.m. No. Let's just say that. We are not going to do we're not going to be there till 2 a.m. We want to sit back and drink too.
We could do it for like maybe 2 hours of most of us just sitting there.
Well, we're going to be interviewing a lot of people for the first hour, and then the second hour we're just going to have some fun. And what it's great about doing this is the fact that people outside of Houston will get to hear the gay community
at Houston,
in Houston for probably the first time. So they'll get a sneak peek of what Houston's like in the gay scene in Houston and what it's like and everything else. So I think it's going to be an interesting show. But like I said, Charlotte is a professional. She has been on stage and doing this for years. So this is nothing new for her. This is brand new for me. This is absolutely brand new for me that I'll be sitting.
I think the same energy that you channeled when you were taking people's measurements, you should put that into...
You know what, Charlotte? Here's the thing. I realized something about myself. Right now, I am so full of anxiety and worry that by the time I sit in that chair to do the show, I'm going to be the best. I'm probably going to be the funniest thing on the planet. Yeah. I'm probably going to have the most fun I've ever had. But every time I have to prepare for something big or huge or something, I'm always a nervous wreck up to that day. And I'm always worrying about stuff, freaking out about stuff, making sure, because, like I said, this is... When you get an opportunity in this business, especially when you're a podcast, because everybody has a podcast.
Everybody and their mom.
Obama has a podcast.
Oh, not Obama.
Yes, Barack Obama, and he's working with somebody else, and I forget. They have a podcast. They were talking to Prince Harry and Meghan about doing a podcast, and they said they would offer them any kind of money. I'm like, are you serious? And they actually said in the interview, money is no object. Whatever you want to get paid.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, they're going to get paid 7 figures. I'm just trying to make it to 3. Charlotte, she's working hard. She's got her bitch boy undies going, her brand going on, and everything else. So she's got all this stuff going on, and I have the podcast. So I'm trying to, I'm like, I need to pay some bills. I got all this money going out, but nothing coming in.
Did you see that new thing that I did with the underwear?
No, I did not.
Okay,
explain to the audience. What are we doing there with the underwear?
Cool that I came up with a concept was like, how about like underwear shuffle? Where like I roll a dice and I pick 6 fabrics, and then whatever number falls on that dice, you get that fabric. Then same thing with the elastics. So nobody gets the same 2 pairs of underwear.
Oh, that's cute.
I did it yesterday, and it came out with red fringe lace with the fucking Louis Vuitton ass waistband. And people are messaging me like, "Where can I buy that? Where can I buy that?" I'm like, "Well, if you want to buy it, it's $35, but if you get it on shuffle, it's $25."
So, and by the way, my cousin, who is also going to be on the show, he's going to be our third. He's going to be kind of like.
The bouncer?
No, he's going to kind of be like our Lady Red Couture. Or, you know.
Getting people hyped up and everything.
Yeah, getting people hyped up and everything else. And he'll be sitting in the third chair. And he'll be kind of like our little comic relief, so to speak. Because my cousin, he is funny as fuck. Let me tell you something right now. He's funny.
I'm glad to finally have him on the podcast.
I know. And I'm the straight man and no pun intended. when it comes to being humorous, and he's just a goofball.
He is. He's just naturally hilarious.
He's just naturally hilarious, and he can't help himself. He just comes off as hilarious. He doesn't even have to try that hard. Whereas I have to work a little bit. But, you know, I've been doing this a while now that I actually kind of have it down. So, you know, I let my freak flag fly, so to speak. So it's going to be fun. He's going to be sitting and he's going to be like, you know, bringing people up to the mics and talking and all this other stuff. So he's going to have a good time. He is going to have a good time. And you know what? He's a cheap date. He'll have 2 drinks and that'll be it.
He is a cheap date.
He is a cheap date.
And he drinks too much.
You know what? If he could, and I bet if he did not have, I'm not going to say shame level, but if he was a little, and he is a little out there, he would just come up there in your bitch boy undies, girl.
Oh yeah,
and just sit on the chair in his bitch boy undies and be like, because he loves his jock. I mean, he's like, oh, Joel, it lifts, it separates. I'm like, I don't want to know why that's a thing.
It lifts and separates.
I'm like, I don't know why that's a thing, but if it works for you, honey. I don't remember him making cross your heart bras down there, but that's a little extra feature that I think was by accident, wasn't it? Because I don't think traditional jock straps are built the way that you make them.
No, the traditional jock straps, the waist end on your side, and the way that I do it is I make them end more towards the pouch, so it's a lot closer to your like crotch area. So like gives it a lift.
So he was like, "Oh, girl, and well, Marcus, well, y'all see when he comes out."
I'm sure if you'll ask him to show you, he'll show you.
Oh, I'm sure. You know what? I might ask him to wear them.
Like just in case.
Yeah, Marcus, can you wear those just in case? But wear cute shorts, because you don't have to be like. Because I think after his third drink, he'll be sitting there with nothing but a jock on, and we can't have that. We can't have that. He has to drive home. He ain't sleeping on my couch, because he'll bring somebody home to sleep on the couch with him, and I'm like, you're not. No. If the man of the house ain't getting none, you ain't getting none either. That's all I got to say about that.
That's funny. If you ain't getting any, I ain't getting any.
I think what's fair is fair. If I'm coming home by myself and you bringing somebody to sleep on my couch,
you can sleep on the floor.
You can sleep in the car. Because if you didn't bring nothing for me,
then I don't want it.
It's potluck out here, girl.
Not potluck. It's potluck out here.
It's potluck out here. You gotta bring something to the party. If you bringing something, the host.
Does your friend have a friend?
Yeah, exactly.
Does your friend have a friend? I'm asking for myself.
And I can be honest here. In that case, as long as somebody has a big dick in the situation, we'll be fine. We don't have to like each other, but somebody has to have the big dick in the situation. That's all I got to say about that.
Big dick and booty juice.
Yes, exactly. And that'll probably be one of the times where I would just say, look, I'm a top. Let's just do this. I wouldn't tell nobody it was versatile because, my cookies are special. I don't give my cookies away that often, but when I give my cookies away, y'all know it because I'm smiling for 2 weeks and walking funny for 3. But when I give my cookies away, everybody knows it. All my friends, girl, what you do last? I know what you did. You bought them last night, girl. Look at you. Okay. Y'all need to. Girl. All I asked you for was, how did you know? I mean, I literally just sat down in the chair, and you already girl, did you bottom last night? You got that look on your face like you bottom last night.
Like you looking extra happy.
You looking extra. You got your skin looks good. Your hair is all. I'm like, now y'all need to calm down on that. Y'all act like I look homeless or something before. Y'all need to calm down on that. I am.
It's like Joel before bottoming and Joel after.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like, well, you just don't have that same look when you top. I'm like, well, bottoming is different, so
it hits different.
It's a different animal.
It's a different flavor.
Yes, it's a different flavor. So I like chocolate, but I love milk chocolate a whole lot more. So there we go. So and you know what? I cannot wait to see the gown. That girl, she got a girl.
It's like
girl. The lashes are in. Girl, the lashes are in.
You like them?
Mm-hmm.
They're two different sizes, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You can go try.
Can you really? What girl? I tried wearing fake eyelashes one time, and
they're a struggle.
They're a struggle. And I can't remember why I was. Oh, I think I was just wearing it for a costume. I wasn't wearing it to be in drag. I was wearing it for a costume, and they were the struggle to get on. It was weird to get them off.
Yeah, and then forever.
And then I'm like, I'm trying to see stuff, and I'm like, look at all you can't see my facial expression, but if you ever wore fake eyelashes for the first time, you would know what.
It's like butterfly scissors in your face.
Yeah, exactly. It just felt like there was something in my eye every 5 minutes, and they're like, girls are like, girl, stop rubbing your eyes, girl. You're gonna make it worse. But it feels like they're on my eyeball. Get them off my eyeball.
They do though. They do. Some of them are just really long and annoying.
Mm-hmm. So right now I am standing for Trixie Mattel. I am completely standing for Trixie Mattel. I have been I love watching videos on YouTube, y'all. As much as I love my Netflix and all this other stuff, I love watching videos on YouTube. Love it, love it, love it. I watch my top 10 lists of all kinds of stuff.
Top 10 lip sync, top 10.
I watch my drag stuff. I watch my comic book stuff. I watch my movie stuff. I watch my music stuff. If there's a top 10 list for it, I'm watching it.
Like I already watched it.
Mm-hmm. I've learned a lot about history.
Oh yeah, you watch Drunk History too.
Yes, I love. Drunk History is a different animal, but they do have like a lot of top 10 lists for history on YouTube and all this other stuff. So I love my YouTube, and especially Michael Henry. Every time that bitch comes out with a video, I'm excited. I'm like, what is this bitch doing this week? So y'all need to check out Michael Henry on YouTube, by the way, because his videos are amazing. They're funny, they're thought-provoking, and they really ask gays the real hard questions that gays need to be asked. We need to be told sometimes. Sometimes we need to be put in our place and read.
Yeah.
Because we do some silly-ass, dumb-ass shit.
They do, though.
We do. And I'm not... And, if the California gays are bad, imagine Houstonians. We are far worse. We do some... We are far worse. So, if you think it's bad to be a California gay, y'all gonna find out what it's like to be a Houston gay.
Houston gay is intense.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty intense. Girl, I'm a Houston gay and I'm pretty intense.
I feel like meeting Houstonians, they are really intense after you get to meet them, because at first they ignore you, like you don't exist, until like they see something in you, then like, oh hi. But they're very like, hey fam sort of vibe compared to like other places that I lived. But I like.
But you know what? Once I found what I love about Houston gays is that once you do become fam, girl, everybody knows you.
I've been here for not even 6 months, and I fucking know everyone in their mom.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody knows you, and everybody takes care. If there is something you need, they will get it for you. But we are, but like I said, we are not. When you're coming in for the first time, first of all, we are analyzing you. Kind of like something out of Terminator. Our little computers on our eyes are going off.
Like, who's that bitch?
And, look what she's wearing. Okay, doing all that stuff. Then we trying to figure out, and I don't mean no harm by this, but then we figured out how big your dick is. Because if your dick is the same size as my dick, then we gonna be fine. If it's smaller, you're a bottom, so we're going to treat you like a bottom.
I don't think I've sent anyone dick pics here yet.
No, girl, don't do it. Please don't. Let me tell you.
I work too much in the industry.
Yeah, please.
Like, if you want to see it, meet me in the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. Don't do it. I don't know why these queens beg for... It's like, bitch, you live right down the street. You can just literally walk up to my door and I'll show it to you.
Like, what you trying to see?
And besides, I have to put work. My dick pics are work. Girl, I got to have a good filter. I got to have some great lighting. And then I got to work to keep it up because my dick is very shy when it comes to cameras. Every time I've tried to take a dick pic, it'll start out hard and it is whoop.
All the maneuvering and stuff.
Exactly.
You're just like, damn.
Exactly. It's like, hey, send me a dick pic. Well, you know what? Fuck it. You're hot. I'll send you a dick pic. And then it takes it about, well, are you going to send the dick pic? Girl, I'm setting up my studio. Give me just a second and I will have a dick pic for you. I got a green screen in the back. I got the umbrella lights going. I've got all this stuff going on just for a decent dick pic.
I think the first time I hooked up with someone when I broke up with my partner, he's like, do you have a dick pic? And I was just like, no. I haven't taken one in like fucking 4 years.
I feel like that's a requirement on all the dating apps. Send me a dick pic.
Have you heard of that new dating app?
Which one?
Snuffies?
No.
It's like just a straight up hookup app. Like, I remember I was sitting at Ripcord one time and this guy grabs my phone and he's like, are you on Sniffies? And I was, is it Snuffies or Sniffies? And I was like, no, what is that? And he's just like, and he did it for me. Then he's like, it's just a hookup app. It's like Grindr but better. I've been on it once and I was just like, this tells you exactly where you're at. And it shows your nudes and everything up front. It's a lot. You should check it out.
Yeah, that's a lot. Like I said, oh Lord, I have to get the studio out for the nudes, and then I got to filter.
Studio.
Then I got to talk to Gen Zers and millennials about filters. Ugh.
That's life.
Girl, what filter do I use so I can hide a little bit of this and push this up a little bit and maybe add a 6-pack? Although I don't like to lie. I don't like to lie to men. This is, you get what you get.
Yeah, right.
So I do not like. I'm very body positive here. So I like my body. It might be a little bit of a dad body, but it's not a bad body. I don't have a bad body. I have a cute little body. So it's got a little bit of a gut, which is fine. We working on that. We went from 220 to 206. That says something right there. But we have a little bit of a dad gut, and the hair is cut. I got a little bit of gray on the beard, although I'm still debating on whether or not I'm going to keep the beard. I might shave it off. It gets irritating. You know what I love about the beard right now? Yeah, it's the fact that I don't have to do nothing with it. It's under a mask all the time. I don't have to do. I think another thing that's
trending right now is mustaches. Like since the pandemic, mustaches have been a thing.
Girl, I have been looking at new chest hair designs. These fools running out here putting all kinds of designs in their chest hair.
I've seen that, like the trimming ones.
Yes, I'm like, why? Ain't nobody. First of all,
nothing to do.
Girl, ain't nobody gonna see that. First of all, and secondly, when they do, they gonna ask you why. I mean, if I'm laying in bed and you have like a Superman design on your chest, and I'm like, why, girl? Why did you do that?
Like, I like the hairiness.
I mean,
I also like it when guys are hairy and then they smell like sweat and like hair. You know what I'm talking
about? That musky smell. I told the queen the other day, I'm like, I like it when a man he just finished working on the car or
it smells like oil.
mowed the lawn or something like that. Not go to the gym. I mean, going to the gym, that's a different thing. But I'm talking about actually doing some work in the yard or doing some work in the garage. Sun. They've been hot and sweaty in the sun, and they're a little bit grimy coming in. Oh, I need to take a shower. Let me have you first, and then you can go take a shower. Because right now you smell all of man.
Yeah, right.
Right now, and then you worked on the car. Let me show you straight to the bedroom, and then you can take a shower because I'm gonna have to change all the sheets because you stink, and I can't sleep in that. But for the most part, nothing wrong with it. But Jim Musk, it's hidden behind all that cologne and Axe body spray. I don't want any of that. Oh, God,
not Axe.
Why are we still... And by the way, gays, I will slap a gay for using Axe body spray. That's for heterosexual men.
My boyfriend uses Axe spray.
Why?
Because he thinks it's manly.
In what universe is Axe body spray manly?
For him,
I don't.
It's not that bad though. It's kind of cute.
It's not that it's that bad because I wore Axe body spray when it first came out.
Yeah, me too. And I wear bod.
The problem is that
I remember it smelling like the gym rooms and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I don't mind it, but I personally would never use it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I used it and I didn't have a problem with it. The problem that I had is that bros use too much. I mean, they literally would spray themselves from head to toe, ass crack to back of the head.
It's like it's like a 10 in 1.
Yeah, exactly.
It's for your ears, for your nose. It's a mouthwash. It's a toothbrush.
Yes,
bitch.
Exactly. It's a hair.
It's an eye wash.
It's a shampoo. It's a combination shampoo,
it's a douche
conditioner,
water.
which women laugh at every time they see a man. I'm sorry. Do you want me to use that? That's a no.
When I went to Seattle, I stayed at my partner's house, and he's like, "Would you judge me if I had all Axe body sprays?" And I'm just like, "No." And I thought he was joking, and he wasn't.
Oh my god! So
I was like, "I haven't used this shit in like years."
I don't have a problem with the product. I have the problem with how the product is used.
Yeah,
because like I said,
I didn't mind
a little spritz here and there. All you need is a little. You don't need all of that. But I would used to watch young men just drench themselves in Axe body spray, and I'm like, why did you do that? You just going back and I hate it because some of the kitchen guys would do it.
Oh God, and they smell like cigarettes too.
And you've been smoking cigarettes and working with meat all day long,
and they just smell like trash.
And I'm like, are you serious? Did you just go in the bathroom? Well, I stink. You don't put Axe body spray on to cover up stink.
That stinks even more.
Yeah, exactly. It just makes you smell worse. So no, and it's almost always. I think gays, and I take it if you wear.
It's like the straight gays that use it.
Yeah, I mean the ones who call themselves masculine.
Just the ones that don't know gay things, exactly. Like the ones that don't know how to smell, like a gay guy.
Exactly.
Like I love it when a gay guy smells like powder, or he smells like fruits or like something gay as fuck.
Yeah, I you know what, I like that too. It's actually very nice when a gay man has
just like a powdery smell.
Yeah, exactly. They just smell so clean. And
my old partner used to wear lotion everywhere. He used to lotion everywhere, and he used to buy baby lotion. I'm just like, oh, you smell like a fucking ready to.
Some of my straight friends used to make fun of me because I used to use a shea butter.
Oh, shea butter is really good too.
I use shea because in Alaska, your skin would get your skin got incredibly dry, and the only thing that worked in Alaska for me was shea butter, and I smell like chocolate all the time. Everybody said, "You just smell. I could just take a bite out of you," and I'm like, "Go ahead."
Get the vein.
But it was mostly Russian women in Alaska who were like
Russian women. Because Russia's right over there.
Yeah, and for some strange reason, I got a lot of marriage offers from Russian women. Oh. I knew why I got the marriage offers, but
that's how Trump got his.
But I actually had a couple who were like really trying to get into my pants, and I'm like, I'm so scared right now. It's ridiculous.
Was it straight women?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm like, I'm so scared right now. It's ridiculous. So yeah. So it was
an experience.
It was an experience. It was. Most of them just wanted a visa anyway, or as some of them would tell me, I want a chocolate baby, and I'm like.
At first, I thought you said a truck with baby. Then I said it again in my head. I'm like, a chocolate baby. Rude.
I know. I'm like, okay.
Like, how much money you got in your pocket?
Okay. Yeah. No. No. And I'm sorry. I just don't want to be a brother with a baby on the side. I don't. I don't.
A brother with a baby on the side?
I don't. And when I see the black gay ones have kids, I'm like, really?
I mean, yeah.
Well,
some of them can, some of them do. Some of them get them from like if their sister or someone passes away, and that's pretty cute.
Yeah, it's pretty cute. Not saying that I don't like kids. I don't like kids.
I don't want kids.
I don't like kids.
I don't mind kids. Actually, I wouldn't mind.
I don't hate kids. I just. Parents are just weird. I just hate parents, I think. I hate parents more than I hate kids. I don't think I ever. It's like dogs. I don't particularly care for dogs, but I hate dog owners the most because, I mean, walking down a sidewalk and it's a minefield because everybody has a dog and then nobody picks up their shit. I have to walk through the grass. I can't go to a park and sit in the grass anymore because I have to watch where I'm sitting or standing or stepping because, just can't do it. So, yeah, I'm not mad at dogs. I have a great respect for dogs. I just don't want
humans.
one.
Oh, it's just the humans.
But it's just humans. I mean, just let them shit anywhere. And don't clean up after them.
I went to the store the other day, and this fucking family of, 5 was at the fabric store, and their kids were running around everywhere. And I, look at the clerk lady. I'm just like, yo, these kids are running. And she's like, hey, kids. Y'all need to stop running. This isn't a playground. And then I was like, are they, do you know them? She's like, no. But, she's like, they fucking can't be doing that stuff in my store.
So, yeah. So, we had the same issue. But that's another story that I would tell another time because I'm going to have to get Charlotte out of here. Because it is almost 7:30. This bitch has a lot of...
Got to put some body on.
She still got to put body on. Body up.
I'll show you the gown. I haven't tried it on, but I will show it to you.
Okay. So, I'm going to take a look at that gown. And then I'm going to...
it's like a sexy fetish gown.
Ooh, this ought to be cute. This ought to be cute.
Yeah, it's something different, but it's also something that you would never imagine me wearing. I saw someone wear it on Instagram the other day, and I'm like, that is so cute, and I just replicated it. But mine is with what is it called? A brown velvet.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you see me. I never wear brown. I always wear black. I always wear black or white. That's it, or neon colors.
I can't remember the last time I saw brown velvet except on a couch one time.
Look like a whole couch. I'm gonna look like a whole couch,
or one of those paintings from the 70s, which you don't know anything about. So just Google it.
I know what you're talking about. The ones that have the ones that they have at Choice.
Yeah, like the ones they have dogs playing poker or some kind of clown thing. Oh, the clown ones are the scary ones. Those. I don't have a problem with clowns. I just have a problem with velvet paintings of clowns. But
paintings of clowns.
They are scary. They're motherfucking scary. These are the paintings that you see in the hotel room, in the cheap-ass motels, hanging on the walls, trying to be cutesy, but they just look horrifying. No. No. But I don't get me wrong. I love a clown. I don't have a problem with a clown. I have a problem with clown pictures.
You mean velvet clown pictures?
Yes, painted ones, because they look more horrifying than real clowns. And real clowns aren't horrifying to me; they're just funny. So,
oh God.
Oh yeah, see, told you. See, he went and looked it up.
Goodbye. This is actually really terrifying.
Yeah, exactly. That's what. Yes.
Oh God.
Yes. Imagine being a kid in a hotel room in the 70s.
I actually really like this. The makeup on it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I used to love the ones with the Black Power ones with the ladies with the big afros and the smooth brownish skin, half naked.
The clowns or
the clowns are no, we don't like the clown photos from the ones from, and we were children who grew up and saw this. No wonder we're fucked up. Y'all keep. I love listening to my generation talk. Oh, it was so good back then. Nope. Y'all, there was some. Yes, yes, because my father used to have those hanging in the house. My mother hated those. Yes,
these are cute as
my mother hated those, but my father used to have those hanging in the house all the time, and my mother hated them. But the clown ones, no, and then had the nerve enough to hang one in my bedroom. I'm like, no. No.
Oh, he hung one out in your room?
And
Holy
if y'all remember 1970s Ronald McDonald, who now looks extremely horrifying now, as a kid, I thought he was the funniest thing on the planet. So, yeah, there we go. Well, we're gonna call it a day. We're going to wrap this up because Charlotte has to get to a show, and I'm going to have to do some stuff so I can get to her show. So
Ronald McDonald in the 1970s is fucking
horrifying. it's the 70s were a horrifying time for a child. Oh yeah, I remember the toys. Yeah, the toys.
These look like straight up Chucky dolls.
Yeah. So my generation is pretty fucked up.
Well, do we have let's say our sponsor of the show?
Of course, which is two Bitch Boy Undies.
Bitch Boy Undies. Get you a pair or else.
Get you a pair or else. And then we have Tubi's Woodworking. Tubi gives you wood.
Period.
TubisWood.com. Order any kind of wood product. He will make it for you. Literally, and deliver it. Well, not deliver it.
If you're in Houston.
Well,
or in Texas-ish.
Well, if you're in Texas-ish.
South Texas-ish.
Well, actually, yeah. Well, I mean, actually, you can still order like smaller stuff through. Yeah. So he can handle doing small, but bigger stuff. I think he can handle that too. What am I saying? He can
do anything.
He can do anything.
He can make a cutting board. He can make you a dildo.
Mm-hmm. He can make
wooden teeth.
Girl, he probably would make a bit. Someone would pay if someone paid him enough money. He would make a. He would make a wooden,
detailed.
And it would be
that you would ever see.
And it would be the smoothest thing on the planet.
Like, can I prefer it uncircumcised?
Mm-hmm. And the queen, because I know no woman would do that. And the queen who ordered it would never, ever, although it's kind of porous, so I would suggest that you only use it on yourself. If you're going to use a wood product, use it only on yourself.
I don't think you should have stuck anything of wood in yourself. You remember those videos of that guy sticking a jar up his ass?
I prefer not to think about those videos. I don't ever want to think about those videos.
Well, on that note.
So now I'm going to have to have a vodka. I'm going to have a vodka martini to get that out of my head.
Vodka martini extra gin.
Extra
sour.
Extra gin, extra sour. Mm-hmm. So we're out, girls.
Bye.
We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.